So this is it. Another more or less completed project. Nissan Qashqai 61 reg 1.6 petrol. Oh, Nissan Qashqai plus 2, which means it's got 2 extra seats. So obviously we got rear view camera. This is the central locking mechanism. Start with the boot. Very generous, unless you got the extra 2 seats up. The cool thing that I've noticed while working on this car is that this boot thing still has the film on the over, like the protection film from when it was brand new. I could say that's pretty awesome for a 61 reg car, 2011. It's even got the boot cover. Retractable boot cover and pan roof. As you can tell there, it doesn't have a spare wheel, as underneath there there's a speaker. I can't show it because there's too much stuff, but the pictures in the ad will definitely reflect that. At the back here there's a couple dents there, nothing else really. I've seen loads of Qashqais with these dents in the boot lid. This rear bumper is nice and intact, there's no scratches, everything's intact. This one has got a bit of a steam, but yeah, nothing's cracked, nothing's broken. Moving on, obviously the doors do have the paint chipped from not very careful passengers. The wheels are in good condition. The rear tires aren't matching, but they've got plenty of thread, as you can tell there. The brake discs and pads are pretty much new as well. The tires are 2022. This side, again, a bit of chip paint there on the door, but no dents or scratches. It's got the keyless lock. Oh, I don't even need to press it. Oh yeah, you do need to press it to lock and unlock the car, as long as this is in your pocket. Doesn't even have a logo. Again, front tires are matching, but they're nothing too spectacular. I suppose they're alright for non-performance car. The discs are pretty much new. It's, if you can tell there, I think I'll be showing it in my suspension arm video, as there's more access. This is the new bumper I had to fit on this car. It does have a few stone chips, but I mean, matches the age of the car. The headlights are xenon. They've got the sprinklers here as well. That's the famous bumper that survived that massive crash somehow. The grille was alright too. The other headlight alright too. Looking closely, there's some tiny cracks in there, but this one's got them too. So I think they're age related rather than crash related. But again, this black bit here on the bumper is all nice and clean. And this side, again, looks pretty good until it gets down here. There's a bit of a scrape there, and you can sort of feel it, but it does have a bit of a dent in it too, so I'm not going to try and hide it by giving it a bit of polish. It's there, and it is what it is. The alloys seem in good condition, none of them seem to be curbed. At the back, compared to the old Qashqai, as I was saying in my other videos, this armrest here is nice and soft. 4 electric windows, leather seats, plenty of room for if you got little munchkins as well. Nothing much to show you here really, just leather seats. The leather is in good condition. Oh, at the back of the seats is leather too. Moving on to the front, there are obviously 4 electric windows, leather steering wheel, leather seats. This is the only worn out seat of the bunch, which is sort of understandable given the driver is the main use of this car. A nice lovely leather armrest with a jack port and USB there. A bit of storage space, 2 cup holders, and don't know what that is. Obviously all your bells and whistles on the steering wheel, all the buttons. It does have working cruise control, electric mirrors, folding and settings. The only manual thing on this car are the seats. They don't have any electric adjusters, and the steering wheel. But the car is keyless drive, but you have to spin this as you would with a normal car key. So that's interesting. And you can also insert the actual key into the ignition and do that whenever the battery is flat or whatever. Show you a bit of the engine if you haven't seen it already. Yeah, the mirrors are all nice and intact. There's a bit of a chip there on the windshield, but obviously it does not affect use. 1.6 petrol, a very lazy car, very slow as well. This is all my doing, all my work. I don't know if you can pick it right at the bottom there. There's a an engine mount, the bottom engine mount, and just had a look at it, and that knock that I could hear driving off the spot is related to that engine mount, potentially to this one too, but we're gonna do one at a time. There's no leaks or anything around here. It's all dusty. Been driving it around, drives as it should. Don't have many concerns there. I should try and show you the oil in the air filter as well. I've got a tissue to wipe it off, but this is what the oil looks like. So it's not black. I mean, according to the dash, it might have been changed 4,000 miles ago, and I can assure you it's up to level. You have to trust me on that one. And if you can see right there at the bottom, the the oil filter is nice and clean. So there's a good indication. It looks a bit, it looks quite new to me. Nothing much else to show you here. This is it. 1.6 Renault Nissan engine. It's a good noise. It obviously has a new suspension arm. You can pick it there. Yeah, so this side's got a new suspension arm that you'll be able to see on one of my other videos. Over here on the passenger side, generous glove compartment. The alloy anti-lock is there. I've got the owner's manual and the multimedia manual, but unfortunately no service history. And that's the MOT. And I also have a receipt for the suspension arm somewhere. But yeah, that's about it really. this is the car. Yeah, so I was saying I've just passed the MOT, so after a big battle with that suspension arm, and now being on our way home, I decided to film the test drive, as this car will be sold until I find a new owner for it. Oh, attention, you are approaching a fixed speed camera. My event has got this too. Like, yeah, it's showing you there. Like all these big yellow boxes, cameras, they're all sort of, I don't know, recorded into these maps. Obviously it doesn't apply to the newer system. But aside from a knock that I'm able to hear in first gear when I first drive off the spot, I can't see anything wrong with this car. It drives as it should. I did a bit of dual carriage, but it doesn't feel as compact as the Duster did. I can only compare it to the Duster as this had the same engine. If I was to compare it to the previous Qashqai I had, the 2-litre diesel, that was really nippy. That was driving really nice off the spot. This one is really lazy. I don't know whether it's heavier as well compared to the Duster. Given it's a 1.6 non-turbo engine, it is a bit lazy. That's my sonny here in the background. He's obviously telling you all about this car as well, as he's a tiny enthusiast at the moment. But yeah, I mean, again, it's another Qashqai. It's another boring car. It's not meant for speed. It's not meant for performance. It's meant for family. They got a lot of kids, given it's a 7-seater. Although it's a 61 reg, don't underestimate this car's packs. This tiny screen is also touchscreen. It does have a reverse camera. The sound system, the Bose sound system, is very nice and clear. I've never had a car that, well, I did have a Lexus once again that had the Mark Levinson sound system, and that was pretty good as well. Probably a bit better than this actually. But yeah, this sound system is really good. That guy was going to drive into me, but yeah, the leather's okay on the seats. It's not stained, it's not ripped, it's not cracked. The driver's seat obviously is a tiny bit worn from in and out of the car. The car doesn't have any service history, as far as I know. I haven't tried ringing Nissan yet at the time of this video to see whether they store anything in their system, or is it all in the car's service history book. Hyundai were pretty good. I mean, I didn't even need to find the garage that serviced that car, and they were able to access the service history for my first YouTube project. I've tried Citroen in the meantime, they don't. I've tried Dacia, they don't. So if Dacia doesn't, I don't know whether Nissan will, but I will definitely give that a go. So yeah, it doesn't have service history. It does have one key, if I could find it. It's not a key, it's a fob. That's the car key. And it does have a physical key there, just in case your battery runs out. And you can even turn the engine on using that. just in case the battery fob is off. I don't know, it's run out. But although it doesn't have any service history, this car belonged for the first to the first owner. It belonged to him for roughly 11 years. So I mean, when you keep a car for that long, being it's your first new brand car, I imagine he would have looked after it pretty well. The second owner that had the unfortunate accident only had it for 1.5 years or something like it. Well, whatever comes up after 11 years, so he had it for that amount. And he did like 20,000 miles since last MOT till now, so he's driven it quite a bit. Got a bit of a nice stretchy road here, so give it a bit of a rev after this reminder, not just here. Yeah, I'm doing 40, but it does feel like I'm going a lot faster. It's a slow car. So yeah, I mean, when you have a car for 11 years, I imagine he only sold it to get an upgrade, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I'll show some photos of the extra 2 seats. They haven't got a mark on them, I don't think they've ever been used. Also, you can tell the car was looked after, given it's got new discs and pads all around. It has, I've noticed the front brake lines look pretty new as well. Yeah, that's a good indication that the car has been looked after. Not if you want to buy this car, but any car in general. If you have access to an HPI report, or I would encourage you to do one yourself when buying a new car. And although I'm not being sponsored by the provider I'm using, I'm more than happy to suggest it to you, as it never failed me. Car tax check, I think it's called, and it's very cheap. That's another perk, because I've seen a lot of car vertical being I've seen a lot of car vertical sponsoring all the car YouTubers, and that cost a lot more than the one I use. And yeah, they advertise, oh yeah, we'll show you whether the car's ever been in an auction, pictures, blah blah blah, whether the mileage has been clocked, blah blah blah, whether this app does exactly the same for way less the price. Fourth gear, 50 miles an hour. Better than nothing. I mean, fifth gear, 70 miles an hour at 3,000 revs. I think if you were to drive faster than 70 miles an hour, you'd have a bit of a problem, as the car would be really noisy. So it's not a car to break speed limits in. Things that I like are, first of all, the steering wheel. Obviously it's leather compared to rubber, plastic, whatever the old Qashqai was. Let's do a bit of compare.com between the old Qashqai I've had and this one, as that one was a 61 reg too, but had no specs whatsoever. So this one's obviously got a leather steering wheel. It's very nice and slim around here. It's almost like a classic car. So it's got a very nice feeling to the hand. I really like the steering wheel. The seats are nice and cushioned, very nice leather seats, very comfortable. You don't feel like you're sliding out of them. They also come with heated front seats as well. The car has 4 electric windows as well. Brake brakes are good. 4 electric windows. The rear windows are factory tinted. I think the only thing about the seats, they're manual, so they're not electric. So I don't know what this car had electric seats, electric setting seats, and electric setting steering wheel as a spec, but this one hasn't got them, so it's all manual settings for the steering wheel and the seats, and it doesn't have the 360 camera, so it doesn't have the front facing camera. But other than that, I think it's pretty much there, spec wise. Like I said, 7 seats. These 2 spare seats are leather as well. The boot is more than enough with the seats down. With the seats up, there's hardly any space left. Yeah, this tiny little screen is touchscreen, as I probably said. It does have Bluetooth, which on the previous Qashqai was only there for phone calls, so I haven't tried this one. I'm not sure about this one. It does have sat nav, as you can tell. CD player, whether anyone is using any CDs, although this one does have a CD in there. Some, I don't know, silly music, which I don't want. Please don't start. The windows are, excuse me, the mirrors are electric as well, so they fold up electrically. The press of a button. The adjustment is electric as well. Everything works as it should. Power steering, obviously, all good there. It's just that annoying knock that I need to look at. Yeah, I'm spinning around in the Audi car park. There's an Isofix in the rear. I can tell this car belonged to a family, as I found some like a girly purse in the back and some pens, colouring pens. So I mean, when you come across a family car, it tends to be a good sign, although they're very dirty because kids are messy, as I know very well now, since I've had kids. But as a family car, you would never go cheap on brakes, tires. You wouldn't try and trick the system as to run a car as cheap as you can, because you obviously care for the safety of your family. So yeah, that's a good point. The windshield does have a stone chip there, but it's not cracked or anything. That's the heated seats there. Dual climate settings, touchscreen, and reverse camera. The petrol I got in the tank, I think I paid like 30 quid, and I had like 3/4 of a tank. And miles per gallon aren't great because I didn't do some nice straight driving. I only drove around the town, so it's like 27 miles per gallon in the town, which for petrol, I don't know, probably not that bad. And I did 64 miles, and then there's like 300 miles. This bit here was like hard plastic in the previous Qashqai. This plastic is sort of soft, the other one wasn't, but here it's like a nice fake leather. The door pockets are about the same. Bose speakers. This armrest, again, it's nice and soft. the leather on these seats is really nice, as you can see in the video. There's this cheeky little boy. Pan roof that obviously works. We'll leave it open as it's nice when it's open. I like this little LEDs here. Are they? Yeah, they look very smart for 61 reg car. So 76,608 miles, slightly on the rise probably. And I have to go now because my little man is running out of patience. Automatic wipers and automatic headlights. That's it for now. See you next time.